Are you going to record? Perfect. Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm going to jump right in because I want to keep this as short and sweet as possible. But when you have a business in network marketing, any business actually, not even network marketing, there are certain skill sets that you have to level up, to take your business to the next level, to grow quicker, whatever you want to call it. You come into the business with talents, right? I think Jake said that we had like 80% talent and then 20% is skills, but you have to be willing to perfect the skills. One of the skills is presenting the business effectively. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because all of you need to be presenting the business. I actually got to train on this at our last convention at Bronze Academy. If you guys don't know what that is, you need to work to get to Bronze Academy at our Unite convention. If you hit bronze, you get to go for free. The only other way that you can go is by getting a VIP ticket, and they have not released those yet, but Bronze Academy is a day of incredible training. So I'm just going to use, I haven't even looked at them since then, but I'm just going to use my exact same slides from Bronze Academy. How do I do this? Slideshow, hold on. Here. Okay. Okay, question. Why do you want to train your team to present? Think in your head if you know the answer. I don't know if the chat is open. I can't see the chat anyways, but tell me what you think. Why do you want your team to present? Because here's what I see happen all the time, and honestly, where my mindset was when I first started. How many of you are control freaks? And you want to do it, and if it's not done your way, then no one can do it. So that's how I used to be. And I was like, no, I'll just handle it. I'll just present all the time. You're going to burn yourself out. Okay. Why do you want to train your team to present? Because whoever has the most presenters makes the most money. Take a picture of that, save it in your phone. You want to have as many meetings going on in your business as possible every single day. The more presenters, the more meetings, the more exposures happening, the faster your business is going to grow. So you want everybody to learn how to master this skill so that there are hundreds of meetings happening every single day. The goal is that there's so many that you don't even know about them. You don't even know that there's a meeting happening and you have nothing to do with it. That's when you've made it. Okay, so you want to have the most presenters in your team. So next question is, what is the goal of a presentation? I guarantee you that you think that it is to get a new customer, to sell a product, because that would be like the logical answer, right? Like we present this to like make a sale. No, it is to find leaders quicker. The whole purpose of these presentations is to find leaders quicker. Yes, you can find leaders through doing your presentations, the people watching, but also when you empower people to present, you're going to find who your leaders are. If Sally Sue over here steps up to do a presentation, that tells me that she is a leader and she is here for this. So I'm going to keep elevating her in a position. You want to find leaders fast, and this is how you do it. So when you present, you need to ask yourself these 3 questions, because simplicity is key when you are trying to attract people as well. So first question, when you're presenting, ask yourself, does this make sense? Does it make sense? In my mind, if you use if you're a green personality and you talk about like the methylation and the chelation and all the ingredients, in my brain, that doesn't make sense. You would have lost me right there. So don't use words like that. You need to ask yourself, can I do this? Can I do this? Because guess what? That I guarantee you, the people watching your presentation, that's what they're asking themselves. Can I do this? Like, okay, cool, this might work for them, but like, can I actually do this? You know, they might be a busy mom with 5 kids and a part-time job. Can I do this? The last question is, will someone help me? How many times have you heard people try network marketing and they give up because they're lost and they can't get a hold of anybody? No one will respond to them. That is like the number one thing that I hear all the time. You guys, because our comp plan pays infinite levels, there are layers and layers and layers of leadership for people to reach out to. We have to also edify our systems. That's why in the presentation, we edify the system so that they know they're not alone. We're going to take you by the hand and we will help you do this. When you're presenting, I almost want you to make it as simple as like, if your kids can understand this, it needs to be that simple. You need to keep it personal and personable. This is not, we're not going on here and telling facts about Q Sciences because people don't join companies. They're not going to the website and just signing up on the Q website. They're joining you. People join people. They don't join companies. So they're not going to remember the facts. You might have learned all these cool facts and good for you, but they don't care about that. They're going to remember how they felt. That's why whenever I share my story, when I present, I can't tell you how many messages I get about my daughter asking for dog food or the struggles that I went through, because they feel that, because they're also there. They get what that is like. So to do this, you need to consistently, and this is going to take practice. You're not going to get this overnight. You won't probably even get it in a month. It doesn't even matter. You just have to keep practicing. You need to practice weaving your story and your experience through every single slide. That's going to take you to expert level. When they can feel you and your story and all of these things throughout the entire presentation, that is gold. So when you do that, then you take it from a presentation to a conversation, and they feel at the end like they just got off a call with a new friend. That's the goal. I need you to know that there is nothing you can say. You can't mess up so badly and ruin it. There's nothing you can say that we can't fix. We are all people. We are all human. The best thing you can do is just do it. I know that you have watched some of the leaders on this team. You've watched me present the opportunity. I want you to know that you can do it. It is that simple, and you're not going to F it up. You're just not. We're all people. And I think in a later slide, it might say this at the end, but I want you to know that your imperfection is attractive to people. You think that you have to be perfect and say all the right things, but when you do that, then they feel like they have to do that too. So if you mess up, it just empowers them more. So just take a deep breath, take your chill, and just freaking do it and practice every single day to master this skill. So let me move this so I can read this. Your first slide, your introduction slide, use a personal picture. I would encourage you, if you have a family, to use a picture of your family. People can instantly relate to that. If you were to look at that picture of my family, it's like, oh, she's married and she has 2 kids and they're girls. So immediately I might connect with a mom, and she might relate to me even more if she has girls. I don't know, but use something that people can relate to. And on your first slide, share your story of why you needed Q. What brought you here? Because they are watching you and listening to you in the position that you were in before you partnered with Q. So share your story and they'll be able to relate to you. As you are sharing your story, confront the objections as you went. What were some of the objections that you faced before you said yes? I never saw myself in network marketing. I never thought that I would do something like this. And when I just outright say that, they're like, hey, me too. So maybe I'll listen to what she has to say, because I also said I would never be on a call like this, right? So those are a few tips of this slide, but don't spend too much time here, because the goal, I suck at this, but the goal is to keep this presentation under 30 minutes. The shorter, the better, the more duplicatable. I'm really bad at that. I'm practicing, I'm trying, but I get carried away because I get so excited. But just keep things short and sweet and relatable. Come on. Okay, the mentor slide. Kind of a power statement, like these little power statements that you can infuse in your presentation. I love getting to this slide and saying, I've learned that it's not what you know, but it's who you know. You guys have heard us probably talk a lot about proximity. When you have proximity and relationship and closeness with the owners of the company, that's what people, especially if we're trying to attract leaders here, that's what they want to know. They want to know who you know, who, if they partner with you, who they have access to. That's also why it's a really good idea. If you can also add a picture of your mentor. You can put a picture of Claudia or Lynn or whoever your personal mentor is. Because when you are sharing about the mentors, you can say, hey, when you partner with me, you also have access to her. And it edifies who you're working with. They want to know who you're connected to. All of you guys who just got back from Silver Summit, you just spent a weekend with Mark and Jake. Now you have your own story to share with how you know them. Maybe you had a conversation with Mark on the couch. Maybe you got to go in the side-by-sides with Jake. Maybe you made a reel with Jake. I don't know what you did, but you now have your own story to share. If you are going to Orlando, to the owner's tour, which I hope that so many of you are going to, when you're there, I want you, like, if nothing else, go be intentional to meet them. Even just taking a picture with them, you can create a story to share in your presentation with now you know them. You've met them. You took a picture with them. You had share something from your conversation with them. I guarantee you that leaders watching your presentations, they want to know who you know. So go be intentional about who you know. Really quick, you can throw in these little like power statements about both Mark and Jake. You don't need to go into Mark's whole background of football and real estate and da, 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 da. But you can say, as a 2-time Super Bowl champion, he just knows how to win. And so it's no surprise that we're all winning so big here. Boom. That's all you need to say about him. In retirement, he craved purpose. And a Q, making a difference in people's lives is fulfilling that purpose. Little things like that. Jake actually brings over 2 decades of experience to the table, successfully doing exactly what we're doing now. Boom. You don't have to go into all of his history of consulting for Q, and now he's the owner and he's the president and blah, 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 blah. Just these little things to edify them is all you need to do. The company slide. We all know how important it is to be in the right place at the right time. Like that in itself is a power statement. Just throw it in there. Again, you don't have to focus on the past story of, technically we started in 2012 and then Jake came in and da 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 da. No, we don't need to talk about that. They can hear that from Mark when they get up to Silver Summit or at convention. We talk about now, what's happening now and where we're headed. The 1,200% growth that we're experiencing, the fact that we're in 26, 24, a bunch of countries and growing into new ones every single month. The now story is what we need to be telling. When you talk about the 1,200% growth, you guys have been here at most for 6 weeks, at the very most, okay? You have experienced this 1,200% growth. Your businesses, all of you have experienced on some level what that looks like, whether it's your own numbers, whether it's being a part of this team. This team has broken records in Q Sciences. Talk about that. Talk about your experience in this growth. Notice every single slide, we're weaving your story in your experience. You don't have to be an expert on any of this stuff. They just want to know your experience. And that's all you have to tell is your story. The products. We are not doing a deep dive educational call into the products on these presentations. All people want to know, is it safe? Yes, we haven't killed anybody yet. Jake always makes that joke. Is it affordable? Yeah, we actually have something for every price point, for every type of person. And do you like it? Do you like the products? What's your favorite? Maybe on this slide, just point out one of your favorites. Maybe you love the sleep spray because your 4-year-old finally will go to sleep in 10 minutes and it's not this 2-hour ordeal. Share a quick story like that. I love saying that we have a full suite of products and we have something for everyone. I have never had to turn somebody away because we don't have something for them. You can drop certain buzzwords, mental health, gut health, collagen, inflammation, immunity. Those are things that people really care about right now. And we have products for all of those things. Again, this is not product education. Some of these next slides, lately, I have been doing all of them, but you can shorten your presentation. You don't have to cover everything. Remember, these presentations is not to answer every single question. It is to give enough information to the person so that they can decide if this is something they want to explore further. It's just literally an overview. So don't feel like you have to deep dive into every single thing. Maybe you just want to talk about Q-core, or maybe you have like a great story with hemp or terpenes, whatever it is. You can pick one of these, two of these, but you don't have to do all of them. I think that the Q-core should be a staple slide though, because the Q-core, like it says right here, I really believe that this is the foundation for both your health and your business. That is a power statement right there. This product is powerful. It's going to do some amazing things in your body, but also there's a reason that you'll find this in the majority of all of our auto ships. This is a product that needs to be taken every single day to feel your best, when ordered every single month. That is a consumable product that creates residual income. So that's why I really think that the Q course should be something that you touch on, but you don't have to explain every product. You can just talk about maybe how it's made you feel and then throw in some of those statements. Okay, so whenever you do a presentation, you should always be doing a product testimony and a business testimony. But why do we do testimonies? Is it to edify Q-core, to sell more Q-core? No, it's not. It's to find leaders quicker. When you have someone giving a testimony, you are also finding a leader in them. So here's something that you probably don't know and you probably haven't been doing yet. One of my biggest pet peeves is when I see someone go into a chat and say, hey, I need a testimony tonight. Who wants to do it? That is, I hope I never see that in any of your chats. That is not what a testimony is for. That's not how it should be run. Testimonies are strictly a recognition tool. It is to recognize someone doing something. So when you pick out who's doing your testimony, you need to reach out to them personally and hype them up. Send them a voice message and say, hey, Joanna, you're up tonight. I saw you just hit pro in like a week. You are up tonight. You're doing the testimony. Here's the script. Just keep it like 30 seconds or less. You're going to do amazing. That's it. You put them up to it. You don't ask them if they want to do it. You say, hey, you've earned this. You're up. So here's a couple different ways that you can choose the testimony. You can go look on the leaderboard on your team in your back office. You can see who's on there. That shows production. You can do it based off of someone who even got an event ticket because you want to recognize them for getting event tickets. You can do it based, one of my favorite ways to do it also is by whoever has the most people coming to the call, right? We're always inviting people to these calls. And let's say that Brenda has six people. She has 6 guests coming on the call. Well, guess what? I definitely want to edify Brenda in front of all of her guests. So Brenda, you're up tonight. So whatever recognition metric you want to use, you can change it every single time, but it's always a way of recognizing people, and you don't give them an out and you give them a script. So an example of a product script. Hey everyone, I'm Brittany, and I just want to share really quickly about my favorite product. I love the chill terpenes because before I started taking it, I really struggled with feelings of anxiety in social situations. Like it was pretty crippling to me. And after taking it, like within minutes, this wave comes over my body and I just feel so chill, and it allows me to just kind of be me and be social. And it's truly something that I felt immediately. And it's been a game changer in my life. So I was shocked to feel it so quickly, but so grateful to have found something that works so fast. But really quick, I also just want to say that the mentorship that this company has in place has been so incredible for me. And I wouldn't be where I am. I hit executive in my first month, and I wouldn't be there without the mentors that I have and the systems in place. It's just super simple, and I just can't wait to see what's next. Boom, that was what, 30 seconds? And it covered everything. So don't send your people in blind. Send them a script to go off of. Send it to them early in the day so that they can kind of practice it. They can half read it, but as long as they just cover these little things and they're coached, they're gonna do great. And so you know what? They're gonna come off that little 30-second cameo that they just had, and they're gonna feel amazing. They're gonna go into it and they're gonna be so nervous, and they're gonna come off of it and they're gonna be feeling incredible. They're gonna feel so empowered, and they won't be able to wait to do it again. It might even empower them to go present the whole presentation for the first time. But you have to put people in positions to step out of their comfort zone and speak, and to step into their leadership. All right, the Dr. K slide, the purpose of this slide obviously is to give the credibility of our products and how he backs them by science. So you can always kind of make little jokes like, he has the white coat, thank God. I make a joke of myself. I don't even have a college degree. So thank the Lord that he's the doctor, he has the white coat. A little power statement you can throw in is the fact that Dr. K is the gatekeeper of our product line. He has such high, incredible standards that if they don't meet his expectations, they will not make it into our product line. He is the gatekeeper of our products. He knows that science doesn't stand still, and so neither do we. He's always capitalizing on market trends, and you can see that with our hemp, our collagen, our terpenes. We make and create all of our own products, so we get to pivot and do whatever we want because they're ours. So little things like that, and then boom, done. All of these slides, you guys, worst case scenario, just read the slide. Like if you freeze and you forget what you want to say, just read the slide and move on. It's not that big of a deal. FFM. So I love talking about FFM before I talk about the comp plan, because if you've ever heard Sarah talk about the FFM, she'll say it is the FFM, not the FFB. This is the financial freedom movement. It's not just the financial freedom bonus. Yes, we have a bonus, but this in itself is a movement of setting people up for success. So make sure that you talk about the movement first before talking about the bonus of getting people out of debt. The only way to share about the FFM effectively is to have your own FFM story. If you have not reached out to FFM yet, please do it. I know it can be nerve-wracking. I know you can have the sweaty palms to expose your finances to a stranger. I felt it too, trust me. But it was one of the best things we ever did for our situation and our future. I feel so set up and so taken care of, and they know what they're doing. So just email them, make your own FFM story and share it with people, because it is going to be so powerful for people to hear what they have done for you. Yes, you can share someone else's story, but it's not going to be nearly as impactful as you sharing your own. So when you talk about how to earn money here, it's all about simplicity and speed. I want you to tell this almost in storytelling format, not just boom, 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 boom. What are we going to do together, right? This is a relationship. Remember one of the questions they're asking themselves, will someone help me? So when it comes to helping them make money, yes, we're going to help you. So here's what we're going to do together. When you partner with us, you're going to get your own website, and we're going to help you find customers. And when your customers does that make sense? You're telling it in a story of what we're going to do and how you're going to earn based off of that. So they also need to know that we get paid weekly. So the goal is to get your investment back by next Friday, because we get paid weekly. So we want to get your money back by next Friday, and then we'll keep running from there. I love how front loaded our comp plan is. I love that we can help our newest people make $750 in their first month. Like, that's really incredible. So you can throw in a power statement like, hey, if I told you that I could show you how to make 750 in your first month, would you stop me? You probably would not. You'd probably say, heck yeah, show me how. Little things like that. Don't use things like OV, CV, PV. To most people, that's a complete foreign language and it's going to confuse them. So just say little things like, we don't have averages, we have set pay, you could earn volume on every level, we have multiple comp plan enhancements coming this year. Like, just keep it super simple. When people want to deep dive more into the comp plan, you can send a comp plan video. There's a bunch of them out there. I have one. I'm not sure if Claudia made one yet, but not yet. But we have videos that you can send that explain it more. Because remember, you're trying to give an overview, not telling everything. Your business testimony, I don't need to read it. You can take a picture of it though. And it's similar to the product testimony, but it's sharing what they have achieved in a short period of time. It edifies the systems. It talks about what their life looks like now because of Q. And it's just more third-party validation. And just like with choosing the product testimony, you are choosing your business testimony also as a recognition tool. So I'm pretty sure that when I asked Brittany to share hers, she had just hit bronze like the week before or the month before or something. So I said, hey, you're kicking butt, you're up tonight. And then she was up. All right, the system. This is where you set the expectations and show transparency. Because remember, people want to know that they're not going to be alone. Our system, we literally grab you by the hand. We teach you within your first 24 to 48 hours, we launch your business and we teach you what's next because we want to help you get your investment back next Friday. So the business testimony that you just had share, in their testimony, they edified the systems. They talked about how the systems helped get them from point A to point B. So now you're talking about the systems, but they've already been edified. So because we already have systems in place, you don't have to recreate the wheel. This is why I can look you in the eye and say, hey, it doesn't matter if you think you don't have enough time, if you don't have enough experience, if whatever your excuse is, we have systems that are plug and play. You just come in and you can earn while you learn. You don't have to learn it. You don't have to know it all in the beginning. So as you confront objections, you can reiterate how simple the system is. And again, this is you grabbing them by the hand and reminding them that they're not going to be alone. I think a lot of you understand, especially coming from a different company, if you did, why it's important to talk about the culture. Any experience that you have had with this culture, I want you to share it. Whether it's getting training on a consistent basis that maybe you never had before. Maybe you just went to Silver Summit and you got to just lounge in your sweats with the owners of the company. Like, that is different. That's not something that you're ever used to. Whether it's even just getting a message from a leader that you didn't think that you would hear back from. I don't know what it is, but our culture is so different. And I know that so many of you already have a story with what you've experienced in a short period of time. So I mean, worst case, read the slide. You can talk about our 5 Fs. You can talk about our corporate partnership, whatever you want, but try to find something that's personal to you of what makes this feel different to you. Because again, people they want to know your story. They want to know your experience, and that's all that matters on every single slide. So in closing, at the end of the day, it's smart business. This is a smart business decision. And that is why I came here. I'm pretty sure that's why you came here too. It's smart business. We have consumable products that need to be taken every day and ordered every single month to feel your best. We have competitive, aggressive, very generous compensation, but Jake Spencer will just tell you that it's fair and you deserve to be paid what's fair. The market is completely unsaturated. It's untapped. The room for growth is insane. This is the timing that leaders look for when starting a business. And then obviously there are tax benefits when it comes to owning your own business. Forbes said it best, in my opinion, the best time to join a company is during global expansion and a new product launch. And we are opening new countries all the time. And I think we have like 7 products in the works right now that if you go to an owner's tour stop, you're going to get to try all of them and give your feedback on all of them, which is also, unfortunately, unheard of. They actually care about your opinion. So at the end of the day, it's a smart business move. And if any of this resonates with you, or you feel like you want to explore this more, then welcome to the team. And it's as simple as that. And then you can end your call. This is the one I was talking about. Please let this sink in. Please let this give you freedom to mess up and to suck, because you're probably going to suck in the beginning. I know I did. I think sometimes I still do. Do not try to attract people with perfection. It is your imperfection that is empowering to people. When you are not perfect, it makes them feel like they can do it too. This training that I just did was very imperfect. It was not my best. But guess what? I hope you feel empowered that you can do this too. When you're perfect, you're actually really intimidating to people, and they start to feel like they can't do what you do. So please give yourself permission to suck, permission to mess up, and in the room, in the space to grow. Because the more you practice this, the better you're going to be. So when you're driving, when you're doing laundry, when you're going about your day, practice. Go through the slides in your head and just practice the power statements that you want to say. And it's going to become like this script in your mind that's going to be like second nature to you. You're not even going to think about what you're saying. It's going to be so normal and so natural, but you just have to start. So, Claudia, do you have anything else?
No, honestly, I have to tell you guys, when we did the presentation with Jake and he taught us that we could do the business pitch in 7 minutes, we were all like blown away, because there was not one slide that was kind of abandoned. Like each one had so much impact. And I have sat here today and I completely redone my pitch. I've been practicing things that I want to say. I know little hooks that I want to incorporate. And you guys now have the copies of the slides on our communications channel. Like you have them there, you have a customizable Canva template, you have everything. So I encourage you guys to don't go to bed until it's already done. Put your picture in there, insert your title slide, and get it going. Remember what we talked about at our 8 o'clock call? Like we are the momentum. Don't wait for somebody to create it for you. We have to create it ourselves. So go ahead, and that is my challenge for tonight. That is your action item. I like to leave you guys always with something to do. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Make sure you do it.
And in the slide, but then I'm going to take it one step further. Go put your picture in the slide, start practicing. And then maybe by tomorrow, I want you to schedule your first call. Just throw it out there. Just throw it out there. Put it on your Instagram stories and start inviting people to come hear from you. It might be 2 people. That's okay. Who cares?
And if it's just you, guess what? You now have a recording of yourself doing your first call. Now you can share it. You don't have to send our faces, which, listen, we know we're pretty gorgeous, but now you guys can do it yourselves. I'm going to be working on my own comp plan video. I'm redoing my slides and my own presentation video, because it's time for us to edify our own businesses, you guys. We all have amazing stories. You have stories from Silver Summit. You have stories now that Orlando is going to come up. Make sure you grab a picture with them. Plug into Q, and you're going to see how different it's going to feel. There's a reason we all feel this sense of belonging after Silver Summit, and it's because we allowed ourselves to plug into Q. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up so that you guys can go and practice your slides and make them and schedule that call. I challenge you, Britt challenges you. Remember, Jake said it straight from the horse's mouth. The person with the most presenters and the most presentations makes the most amount of money. So with that, we leave you guys. It's time to get working. Thank you, Britt. We love you. I'll see you in a couple days.
Keep kicking ass.
Bye.